Do you ever find yourself procrastinating, struggling to turn in assignments, not being able to organize all your homework in one place? I have the solution for you. In this video, I'm going to show you the best way to keep track of your assignments. I was a freshman once, I was skipping classes, I was not keeping track of my assignments, and I missed a final. I'm gonna admit, I missed a final and I almost failed the class. Created a system to help you organize your notes, your classes, keep track of your courses, any study habits, as well as improve your mental health, because girl, mental health should be first priority over anything else. But without further ado, come with me to take a look at my template. And this is basically my study space and how I keep track of all my assignments and my upcoming deadlines, as well what assignments have been accomplished out of my total hundreds of assignments that I have left. Basically, the way I like to organize my courses is through using a gallery view. So for example, my International Business 300 class, so you can see I have everything here filled out: email, class days, room, time, instructor, office hours, office, term, start date, end date, syllabus, textbook, and then here I was able to add all the assignments from my assignment tracker. So if I ever want to refer back to a specific chapter or notes from those specific chapters, I can do so here pretty seamlessly. So that's the good thing about Notion, is that you can create relational databases. So I also have another course view here at the bottom, so you can adjust the way you want to see your courses. I'm going to show you guys how I keep track of my study sessions and how I input all these different categories, columns, to keep track of things like study methods, my environment, my stress levels, grades, and my goal overall. Study, I'll just put quiz 1 study session, or quiz 2. We'll do quiz 2. And then you can add a assignment here. So you can look up quiz 2. So all of these assignments are being pulled from the assignment tracker. I know this is an international business. Well, if you click on it here, it'll say the course International Business. So I know that this assignment is for my International Business 300 class. Then you can add the course here, and then start time. I'll put include time. So let's say I want to start, I'll do 11:30. I'm gonna start studying 11:30, and then I'll add the study method. I'm just gonna do a passive review of the notes. And am I home? Am I at a cafe? Where am I studying? I'm home. Stress level, very low. I would say very low. And then the grade aspect property, you can pretty much add this at the very end on the assignment tracker, and I'll show you guys how. So let's say after I study my quiz, I finally get my grade. You can click here and you can basically put the total. So for the assignment tracker, I'll show you guys how to do that later on, but this is basically how I keep track. So let's say I end my study session at, 2 p.m. So basically I completed 2.5 hours of studying, and these study sessions or like homework sessions that I did. As you can see, I did my IS 470, 2 hours. I did my business law for an hour, business law. And some of these study sessions aren't even studying, it's just doing assignments, but I can keep track how long it's taking me to finish these assignments. And then here's like a monthly view of my study log. So these are all the assignments I've studied for. So in my analytics here, you have the total hours studied this week. So in total, I've studied 7 hours and 54 minutes, which is not bad, I guess. Not bad, starting from, considering it's Monday, I've already done 7 hours of studying. And so this week I did 3 hours for business law, 2 hours for IS 40, and then I did 2.5 hours for international business. So as you can see, it kind of keeps track of what courses you're studying for. And then total assignments. This is a great way to keep track of how many assignments you have for each by classes or by courses. Here we have hours studied over time. So this basically keeps track of which classes I'm studying the most over time. As you can see, International Business 300. Yep, I've been doing most of my studying. Now I'm gonna share my weekly calendar. So this weekly calendar is based on my homework assignments. And then here at the bottom, I have my weekly class schedule. So I just created a simple table to show me what classes I have, but this is optional. You can definitely remove it just because it doesn't look the most aesthetic. And then here I just have these cute little images and a little quote that says studying doesn't suck as much as failing, because you need that motivation. Sometimes you just need to be told the truth. If you don't study, you're gonna fail. So I've also included a focus timer or Pomodoro timer, if you want to call it. So in order to use it, you will have to make an account, but I'm telling you, it is worth it. For me, I find that I enjoy having a relaxing view in the background, or just having a timer to, tell me when to take breaks. Or literally, sometimes I will go on for hours studying without a break. And so it's a great way, especially if you have attention issues or you struggle to focus. There's settings here where you can adjust how many minutes you want to study for. There is a paid version, but I personally just use the free version. I'm not gonna pay for it. I'm sorry, but no. So you can just start your timer, and as soon as your timer is done, it'll ring and you can add a short break, a long break. You can always adjust it. So for me, the Pomodoro is the best way. It's not really a method, to me, accessory, a tool that you can use to make your studying more efficient. I think by breaking it into chunks and breaking your studying into pieces, you are able to accomplish more. So here at the bottom, I have another analytics view. Here I have my study session for today. I've only done 2 hours of studying. And then here again is another view of all my assignments by courses, and a view of assignments that I've completed, that are in progress, or are still incomplete. So I have 101 assignments that are incomplete, 36 that have been completed, and 4 that are currently in progress. So in the side view here, I've also created a kind of like a game in a way. So this is Miss Busy Bee. So these are the number of hours that I've studied in total, 22 hours, which is pretty cool. Maybe I should just add a feature to round the numbers, because yeah, it looks so crazy. Why I did this is that this is a relational database to my study log. So all the assignments that I've studied are in here, and all the hours that I've inputted in the study log are being tracked here. And so I used an equation here, and you can look here, a formula, and I honestly just used ChatGPT, and ChatGPT helped me create a little kind of game. So once I reach a specific, total hours, if it's less than 10 hours, I basically can format it and say it's like the total hours that I've studied, new worker bee, and then it'll show me how many hours I have left till my first honeycomb. So it's kind of like a silly little game. So I can look at it and see, oh look, high five, I have 27 more hours till I hit 50, which is reaching like milestones. So once I reach 100, it'll kind of like let me know, and then once I reach 200, it'll let me know, and then so on and so forth. So I have I think this is like the ultimate, this is my favorite, the assignment tracker database. So I have different views. This is the full view. This is next week assignments. This is just the calendar view, which might be better for some of you, considering like that is a massive list of assignments. And then these are the assignments that I've completed, which is nice. And so what I input whenever I have a class, let's say for example, I want to add a new assignment to my business law class. You basically put the name of the assignment, case study, okay, just put number 10, whatever, case study number 10. I'll put priority. It's nice to know secondary or most important. What is this? This is a reading Materials, here you can add files, so you can download the case study and you can just upload the file here, so whenever you need it you can just open up instead of having to look all over your freaking computer for the download. And then you can put the status, it is in progress, and then you can put the deadline here, and it's all organized from the due date. So let's see, let's say it's due the 17th, so it'll show up here. So then for this here, you can put the day that you last reviewed it. So let's say I last reviewed it on the 12th, and then it'll show you the days since you last reviewed it. So sometimes you don't even keep track of things like this, but it's so insightful. And then here, total hours studied. This is related to the study log, so it'll show how many hours I put into studying this case study. And then the grade here, this is basically the score divided by the total. So if you click here, open, you can input the total. Let's say out of 100 points, I scored like 90. So I got a 90% on this, and it'll show it as my grade. And so that's the cool thing about this, is that everything is so interrelated and I love it. The view for the assignments that I have next week, I have my discussion, I have an assignment, and then I have all these other chapter readings, and then I have another chapter reading. So if you don't want a full view of all your assignments, you can kind of get ahead by looking at what you have next week. Additionally, the calendar view is a super great way to, I think it's more visually appealing to see what classes you have next. So right now I'm on the 15th. I do have, as you can see, I'm a little behind on some work. So I'm gonna get to do that first, and they have a weekly schedule at the bottom, so kind of similar to what I have here. This one is more kind of like full layout, and you can adjust this weekly schedule according to how your week looks like. So my Mondays work out, get ready for school, spend time at my internship, go for a walk by the end of the day. I have a very jam-packed week, but I try my best to stay organized by updating this weekly schedule and always updating my assignment tracker. So here is basically the study space study tracker that I've published on my marketplace on Notion. As you can see, it doesn't have anything, it's emptier, but this is for you to put your courses, it's a space for you to put your assignments, and a space for you to keep track of your studying, look at your analytics, view any insights that might help you improve your study methods, keep track of your grades, or review a course that you forgot that you had, I guess, like me. But yeah, so I am going to put that in the description, and I hope this tutorial kind of helped you understand how to navigate this template that I've made and improve your grades, help you balance your time, and improve your mental health, because that's something we all need. So without further ado, I thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next Notion tutorial. Notion, please sponsor me.